What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to be touching on a newer handgun to the market, even though its predecessor was basically the same exact handgun, just with one major or minor difference depending on how you look at it. And also, this is a trend that we are seeing across the firearm industry, across the firearm market, and it is becoming very, very popular. Even though it's not 100% necessary, it is something that's nice. And on top of that, Glock, if you're watching this, which probably not because you could care less, but take some notes. Here we go. Springfield Armory Echelon Comp. Check out this package. That's a major thing I want to focus on today is the package. We're going to go over some stats about it, but we're also going to touch on size comparisons and stuff like that. Anyways, comes in your Springfield Armory range bag or little pouch. Love these things. They're actually pretty nice. If you want to transfer a handgun from one bay to the next at my range, like if your buddy's next to you, you want him to shoot your handgun, you have to have it in a pouch like this. So I do appreciate these, and I like these better than hard cases because they don't take up as much space. Now, right here is the Echelon itself. Nothing different other than this huge, massive comp. I mean, that thing is huge. That's half of the barrel on each side. Obviously, we're cleared in safety check, but it is absolutely massive, and I love it. And once again, the sight is put before it, therefore you're not darkening that yellow highlighter front sight. And yes, we have run some rounds through this thing, and it's ran great. Let's go through the package real quick, and then we'll go through the handgun itself. Comes with a 20-round mag with this nice base plate, which is obviously cleared. Gives it a nice, clean look to it. Really nice, clean. You can fit full 3 fingers on this thing, and feels really good in the hand. Next up is going to be some of your screws for mounting optics, as well as certain pins for stuff like the Delta Point Pro and other optics that require that, because this uses the interface system, and the interface system is what Glock should be doing and other companies should be doing to allow you to basically direct mount the most popular optics in the world right now. Next up, let's see what else we get. Of course, you're going to get a lock. You're going to get your magazine, or your base plate, and then your piece for your magazine that you're going to put in there in order to change your 17-round mag to a 20-round mag. Glock could so easily do stuff like that, right? Give you the 17-round mag for the Glock 45, then give you a +2. There's such little things that they could do that would, go a long ways. And then on top of that, you have some back straps right here, right? That's what comes in the kit, and obviously a speed loader or mag loader. So we're going to set that to the side and touch on the handgun itself compared to some other popular options, and we'll get out of here. Springfield Armory is definitely my second favorite handgun company. Behind them is Smith & Wesson, and then first is Glock. Anyways, this right here is basically what I would use for home defense, or if I was on duty, this is what I would use. I personally, before that, was the CZ P10C. I love this thing, but at the same time, this right here is what it's designed for. I mean, they really thought this handgun through. It's a 4.5-inch hammer forged steel barrel. It only weighs 23.9 ounces, which is pretty deceiving when you first pick it up. You definitely realize how light it is. It uses that Springfield Armory Melanite finish, which it isn't the best finish in the world for scratches and stuff like that, but it's not going to rust, and you're not going to have any problems with it. And then, like I said, it does use that interface optics mounting system. When you remove this plate, there's going to be a ton of different options for what dots you can mount with different footprints and stuff like that. There are only going to be a couple dots or patterns that you will need a optics mounting plate for, right? Like the 509T and stuff like that. You can't really make it work if you're going to have all these other footprints work on there. Anyways, awesome serrations. Gives the firearm a really nice, clean, almost classy look to it. On top of that, in the rear, you have like these little handles that stick out, right? Allowing you, if you go to rack your slide and you completely miss, there's no way you're not latching onto this right here. And then one thing, when we were at the store grabbing this thing, we realized it racks so smooth, so clean. So for people who, have bad hands, have arthritis, whatever the case may be, this is an awesome option for you. Full rail up front. But the one thing I want to focus on is just the simple things that other companies could do, such as these little tabs in the back, the optics mounting kit. Look at the sights. These are the one thing that I would say I would like to see Springfield Armory change. I do like these sights on my Hellcat and stuff like that, But when we were shooting yesterday, for me to shoot it right, I had to dip it pretty dang low like this, which isn't a big deal because you are always hitting straight, but I was shooting about, 1.5 inches high. So that was my first mag, and, a couple mags after that, just had to get used to it. After that, this thing shot really, really nice. Now, one thing you notice as well is that slide stop, you are not going to accidentally engage this. There is zero chance of it. It is so tucked away, so small, and I love it. It also teaches you to, instead of using this as a slide release, teaches you basically to, slingshot at home. I like that because that's how it should be. That's your best chance of not having a failure failure to feed. Anyways, ledge right here, really nice. All guns should have this. It doesn't take much. It doesn't stick out too much. Holster makers can make a holster around it, but it just feels good, and it's right there where your thumb is, right? It feels perfect. So basically, if you have shorter fingers, your thumb will still be on it. Longer, you're still going to get a part of your thumb on that ledge. That feels good. Finger right there, and boom. Really, really clean feeling and has nice texture to it. Everything has texture. Also, your takedown lever has texturing to it. All the way up top here, texturing. Right here, all the way around, these same texturing. It's not where right here it's something different. It's like pyramids, and then here's a couple dots. It's all the way around the same texturing, and it's what I would consider, perfect for basically everyone. If you threw everyone in a pot, some people like it aggressive, some people like it not aggressive. What it would average out to is this texturing right here, which is basically what's on the Hellcats and stuff like that, and I thought they did a really nice job with that. Sights are the only thing, like I said, that I would change on this. Getting in that trigger, because that's a huge plus of this handgun. The XDM Elite has a trigger that looks very similar to this, even though this is a little different. The weight and the pull is the difference between it. Same shape trigger shoe, different pull. It is so light. Honestly, it feels like 4.5 pounds. Reset is just ridiculous. First trigger pull again. There is a wall. It's not a rolling break, but still, it's very light, clean, crisp. Honestly, this is like the perfect duty trigger if you're working security or whatever the case may be. This is an awesome way to go. Like I said, 17 rounds like this, 20 rounds like this, and obviously +1. So awesome that they give you all that right out of the box. Now, compared to my Glock 45, which this is my home defense, this is 17 +1. About the same. Basically the exact same. Now up top, it has a 1/2 inch longer barrel, which is actually pretty cool because it includes that comp. Glock could do the same thing. Make a Glock 45 or, whatever, Glock 17 with that comp, and trust me, that would sell off the shelves like crazy. A Glock 26 with a comp. A Glock 48 with a comp. A Glock 43X with a comp. Once again, Glock, stuff like that would sell. It would be ridiculous the amount of people that would buy it. The ledges, ridiculous how many people would buy the upgrades like that. It's something that is so simple that they could do very easily. Now here is my CZ P10C. Absolutely love this thing. One of my favorite handguns. 15 +1 on the right, 17 +1 on the left. So the Echelon actually beats this in terms of capacity. It was basically tied with the Glock, but it actually beats this out a little bit. Then you got that 4-inch barrel up top. It is a thicker, wider overall handgun in terms of footprint, but at the same time, it shoots like an absolute dream. We shot this compared to the Ramjet on a Glock 19X. This was flatter. We shot it next to a Glock 47 with a Ramjet. This was flatter. And on top of that, you don't have to go out and spend the extra $400, $450, $380, whatever it ends up being, to put an aftermarket part on your handgun, especially if you're going to use it for duty, whatever. I know the Ramjets have been reliable for majority of people. They've been reliable for us. But at the same time, it is nicer to have it built in and tested as a system before it leaves the, leaves the factory. So, love the Echelon comp. Is it worth it to upgrade if you already own the Echelon? I'd probably say no, because the original Echelon already is a flat, accurate, well-shooting handgun. And you're going to be dropping another $650 or $680 in order to pick this up. What I would say is, try to work out a trade, whatever the case may be. It isn't 100% necessary, though. But this thing is just absolutely sick. Look at that. Absolutely sick. Shoots like a dream. Awesome handgun. I'm not a big handgun person, but as of late, I've been getting into larger and larger handguns that I actually enjoy, and this is definitely one of them. This is so flat shooting, it's ridiculous. It's basically effortless. The one thing you have to get used to, though, are those sights. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.